What is going on, YouTube? I'm Lamont at large. Today I am in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm going to take you to the location of where Ariel Castro's House of Horrors once stood. I'm not going to lie, YouTube. I find these stories that I do for my channel very, very difficult in some cases to speak about. One of the following reasons is because this story has been talked about immensely, and rightfully so. This is a very sick, very disgusting, very tragic story. I was sitting in my van for about an hour contemplating how I could tell this story without practically rehashing the whole situation, and I think I'm going to say, first and foremost, I'm probably going to fail in that regard. I find it very difficult for me to just kind of relive those horrible moments that those three women had to go through for almost a decade, being trapped in that horrible, disgusting abomination of a house. May 6, 2013, a man was walking down the street, Charles Ramsey, because a lot of you guys know who he is, and seen somebody's hand waving out of a door in front of a house at 2207 Seymour Avenue, which is where I'm walking on right now. She told him, hey, help, get me out of here. This guy's had me kidnapped. Him and another individual who didn't get any of the recognition. He didn't speak English, so that was probably one of the reasons why not many news organizations know who he is. He's the one that I heard actually broke the door open and freed Amanda Berry. Immediately, she calls 911 and says,
911. You need
please. Help me, I'm Amanda Berry.
You need police, fire, or ambulance.
I need police.
Okay, and what's going on there?
I've been kidnapped and I've been missing for 10 years, and I'm here. I'm free now.
Okay, and what's your address?
2207 Seymour Avenue.
2207 Seymour. It looks like you're calling me from 2210. Looks like you're calling me from 2210.
I can't hear you.
It looks like you were calling me from 2210 Seymour.
Yeah, I'm across the street. I'm using the phone.
Okay, stay there with those neighbors. Talk to the police when they get there.
Okay.
Okay, talk to the police when they get there.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, talk to the police when they get there.
Okay, I'm away right now.
We're going to send them as soon as we get a car open.
No, I need them now before we get back.
All right, we're sending them, okay?
Okay, I mean, like,
who's the guy you're, who's the guy who went out?
His name is Ariel Castro.
All right, how old is he?
He's like 52.
All right, and
I'm Amanda Berry. I've been on the news for the last 10 years.
Okay, I got that here. I already. And you said, what was his name again?
Ariel Castro.
And is he white, black, or Hispanic?
He's Hispanic.
And what's he wearing?
I don't know, because he's not here right now. That's
when
why I got away.
When he left, what was he wearing?
Sweetheart, it's a pity. What?
Right, the police are on the way. Talk to them when they get there. Okay?
Okay.
I told you they're on the way. Talk to them when they get there, okay?
All right, okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
and the police come. They break into the house, and what can I absolutely say? I can't say anything just because this story is so absolutely immense. This pig, Ariel Castro, kidnapped three girls, Michelle Knight, Gina De Jesus, and Amanda Berry, and practically kept them captive for over a decade. The unspeakable horrors that these women went through, to say the least. I am not going to go over what they experienced. It was very foul. It was very disgusting. It was very gross. If you want to listen to that, hey, I'm not knocking you for that. Just go on YouTube and go watch the Dr. Phil show. I mean, that's basically where it is let out. And believe you me, it was let out. The unspeakable horrors is beyond my comprehension. I know many YouTubers have spoken about this story. I mean, you've had people that had 5-part, 45-minute long videos each about just the unspeakable atrocities that occurred on this street, and my channel really isn't about explaining a story in such in-depth proportions to bring you that story. My channel is more along the lines of, this is where this story occurred, this is what happened, give you a generalization of the circumstances of events that led to the story that I'm speaking of. Thank God Ariel Castro is no longer here. He took his own life in a jail cell awaiting trial. And you're going to see to your left, you're going to see an empty field, an empty lot. And this is where Ariel Castro's house once stood. It was such a notorious crime scene, to say the least. I mean, this story was making headlines all over the planet. I know in this video I'm being very vague on the details surrounding the story. I simply feel that I cannot go ahead and rehash this story just because it's more than what I can do. And I feel that everyone practically already knows the story of what happened here. These poor girls and what the constant rapes, the degradation, just the ultimate ungodly horror that they had to deal with for almost a decade, to say the least. And for me to go on and repeat it when it's been already repeated so many times, I don't really feel the need this time around for me to go ahead and do so. But I will put a link to a 10-minute interview with the girls that you can kind of watch. You don't have to watch a 45-minute video detailing the horrid things that he did to these girls. And let me just say, Michelle Knight, she's the one that got it the worst. Last time I read up on these girls, they're doing fine, as well as can be expected. I looked up Charles Ramsey last time I seen, because he got his 15 minutes of fame and people were kind of like, I don't want to say making fun of him, but they were laughing at the things that he said. And some of the things would make certain people cringe, but you know, he is attached to the story forever. And I'll just say this, me walking in this neighborhood, you would expect that this neighborhood was like ghetto or hood or trash, or, you know, when I go to these different neighborhoods, I always never really know what to expect. And I know a lot of you can't travel, and so you travel with me in that sense. And I was actually very surprised. This neighborhood is actually pretty decent looking. I don't take this neighborhood as a very high crime neighborhood. It probably just has crime like any other neighborhood in Cleveland. And I thought when I read online that they turned this place into a park, well, I thought it'd be a park where, you know, there's some kind of, you know, teeter-totters or swings or what have you. And as you can see, I mean, it's grass. It's not really a park. There is no monument or nothing along those lines. It's just pretty much an empty lot. And I'm fairly certain that nothing will be built on this property ever again. I'm pretty sure the city bought it from, or got it from whoever, and just decided to bulldoze it because that's all you could absolutely do with this. Every house in this neighborhood seems pretty decent, to say the least. And the only thing about this case that bothers me, I mean, other than just everything that happened in this case, was that there is a sense that justice wasn't served upon Castro just because of him taking the coward's way out, because a coward is what he ultimately was. He was a disgusting pig, and I have other words that I will not say on this channel for that demon, but he's right where he needs to be. I can tell you that. I can tell you that right now. And you know, it was amazing, of all the horror that those girls had to experience, I think I read online earlier this year, Gina De Jesus was carjacked at gunpoint out here. So Cleveland is, you know, as a city as a whole, pretty dangerous town. Not necessarily, again, at least this block that I'm standing on or the surrounding blocks, decent neighborhood. But can you imagine that, to survive that, all that, and to have somebody stick a gun in your face? I'm a big proponent of women carrying guns just to protect yourself. You never know at the end of the day. Okay, guys, I've rambled enough. This is the location. My condolences to the victims, and I hope that somehow, with enough counseling and enough years go by, maybe it can soften the psychological scars and the pain of what they endured. So, anyways, God bless to all three. I'm Lamont at large. I'll catch up with you later. Peace out.